What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. In this video, I'm going to show you the first 20 things to do on your Galaxy Z Fold 3. With that said, let's jump into the video. So the first thing you want to do, press and hold on an empty spot on your home screen and go into settings. Once you're in settings, you're going to see, I don't do this, but you might want to do it. So it says cover screen mirroring. If you tap on that, and if you turn it on, basically what it's going to do is it's going to take your cover screen, which is this front display right here, and it's going to, whatever your home screen setup is on that cover screen, it's gonna automatically match up the icons and the home screen and all the way they look on the bigger screen as well. So if you turn that on, that's what it's going to do. Then you hit apply. If you don't like what that did, you can come back in here and just turn it off and it'll set everything back to the way it is. One thing, I live more in the big screen. I wish they had it in the opposite direction, which meaning this would copy what's on the bigger display. They don't have that, but this is something you might want to do. So I'll just show you that real quick. Going back to this main home screen settings, if you go down a little bit, you're going to see add new apps to home screen. I would turn that on. That's going to add any new apps to your home screen that you've just downloaded from the Google Play Store. Another one that I would turn on is swipe down for notification panel. When you have that on, you can swipe down from anywhere to bring down your notification panel. You don't have to go all the way up here. You can do it from anywhere. So it makes having a large screen a little bit easier on your life. Next one, swipe down from the top so that you see all of your quick toggles here. You want to go into your Wi-Fi one first. So press and hold the Wi-Fi one and then hit the three dots in the top right and then go to advanced. And the one you're looking for is right here, network notification. Turn that off. What that's going to do, it's going to stop you from receiving notifications when open networks are in range and detected. So that can get super annoying. You go to a hotel, you go to just walking around the neighborhood, you go to the mall. There's gonna be tons of open Wi-Fi networks. You probably don't need to or want to connect to any of them. So just turn that off. And if you really need to connect to a network, just go into your regular Wi-Fi in here and see what's out there. You don't need it to consistently tell you that. It's super annoying. Also in there, let's go back. If we go back in here and go to advanced, another one that I would always turn on is turn on Wi-Fi automatically. I don't have the ability to turn it on or off, but if you do, turn it on, and because what it's gonna do is it's going to memorize if you continually connect to Wi-Fi networks, maybe at your house or your office or wherever else, it'll automatically connect to those Wi-Fi networks and you don't have to manually turn on and off your Wi-Fi. Now that we're in the main settings screen at this point, what we want to do next is we want to go to where it says display. And in here you can go light or dark mode. So I like dark mode. It's better on battery life, easier on your eyes. Give it a try, or you can even set dark mode settings and turn them on as schedule and set a schedule for that so it can be helpful. Motion smoothness, definitely set this to adaptive. Without a doubt, you want to do that. It's going to give you that 120 hertz refresh rate and make the phone feel really, really smooth. Screen mode, I like it on vivid. You can change it to natural or set your own settings if you want, but that vivid is going to give you and make the colors pop on your screen. Screen timeout, I think 2 minutes is the perfect amount of time. Anything more or less gets a little bit annoying, or you're going to kill your battery life. So I think 2 minutes is that sweet spot. Edge panels, turn that on. If you click on there as well, you can add more edge panels. So right now I have my panels set for people and apps. I can also set live messages. You just tap it right up here if you want it or not. And I'll show you where that is sitting in a second. So I'm just gonna hit so now that I have it turned on, I'm just gonna hit the home button real quick. You can see I have this little bar right here. You can swipe over and it brings up these apps for me so that I can use these apps much easier in my life. So it makes it real cool. And if I keep swiping that way, I haven't allowed it yet, it will also show my contacts, and I just click on that contact and send a text message or a phone call, again, making it very easy. Back under display settings, you can go into continue apps on cover screen, and this is very helpful. Basically, you can choose which apps you want to continue using on the cover screen when you close your phone. So if you hit the on-off switch here, you can do it. I have a couple of apps. I have like the Amazon app and Daily Mail. So what happens is, say I have the Daily Mail app open, we'll just go right here. And if I close it, it's gonna automatically open up on this screen, and I can, right where I was, it'll completely take off. Same thing if I open it up as well. So next up, go back into display settings, go into navigation bar, and you can do some cool stuff in here. So you can You have button setup, which I think is the best option for this phone just because it's so large. But you could turn on gestures right here. All you do is just turn it on, and you have the ability to swipe up to go home, hold it and swipe up to go home. You can go into more options. You can change the sensitivity of everything. There's all kinds of things you can do with the gestures. I'm not a gesture person for the most part, especially on this phone, just because it's too big. So I like the buttons. But even if you choose the buttons, you can rearrange the buttons here. You can also change the position that it's at. You can change it to center or left. I think for me, it's most comfortable on the right though. While we're under display, if you go to the very bottom, you should see one that says always on display. Tap on that and turn it on and set it to show always. You can change some information on here. You can show music information if you want, and change your clock style to different colors if you want. You can do auto brightness on it, or set the brightness that you want automatically for that front screen. I'll show you what I mean what this is. So basically when you turn your phone off, you have this. That's your always on display. So it helps you to have a very dim clock or whatever information is on there, and it shows on the front as well. And it's just a helpful thing, so you don't always have to turn your screen on. You'll always have the information right there. Back under the main settings here, the next one that we're gonna go to is the biometrics and security. Tap in there, and without a doubt, make sure, well, you don't have to, but I do it anyway. Face recognition. It's not as safe as fingerprints or a code, but ultimately go into face recognition. You can set this up so that it will unlock the screen with your face. So very helpful. Face unlock, stay on lock screen until swipe. So I'm going to turn that off because I don't want to stay on the lock screen until I swipe. I want it to automatically get off that lock screen when it recognizes my face. I do faster recognition. I require eyes open. I brighten the screen. So that's my setup for face recognition. And then also, if you haven't already, come into fingerprints and set up your fingerprints. Come in here. You can add another fingerprint, and your fingerprint sensor is literally right here. Very, very helpful. Fingerprint to unlock. I have that turned on. Fingerprint always on. That's going to wake and unlock my phone just by touching the side key. Turn on for quick access, or to turn off to avoid accidental fingerprint scan. So you can turn that on or off, but ultimately I have it set that way. Back onto the main screen of settings, which we want to do next. We want to go down until we see advanced features. Tap on that, and there is a bunch of stuff that we want to do on here. You can set this up, but ultimately I'm not going to walk you through it too much because I don't do it. You could call and text on other apps. I do have this, which is continue apps on other devices. That's going to continue Samsung apps on other Samsung devices that you have, such as tablets. You can link your stuff to Windows, Samsung DeX if you're going to connect it to and run this as kind of like a desktop computer, but again, I'm not going to get too into that. Quick share, I have it turned on so I can quickly send files to other Samsung users. Side key, go into side key. You have quick, I have it as quick launch camera, meaning if I double press this power button, it's gonna automatically launch my camera. Very, very helpful. And then when I press and hold the side key, it's gonna bring my power menu off. So if I press and hold that, it's gonna bring my power menu off. I can turn my phone off basically. Going back to main screen of advanced features, go into motions and gestures. And I turn basically all of these on except for a few. So I have lift to wake, meaning if the screen's off, if I lift my phone, it's gonna wake my screen up. Same thing with double tap to turn on the screen. If I double tap that screen, it's gonna turn it off. I can also double tap to turn off the screen. So if I go right here, I can double tap the screen and it'll turn that screen off for me. Palm touch to turn off. You can turn it on if you want. I don't have it on. Keep screen on while viewing. Very, very helpful. So basically the camera looks at your eyes. It won't, if it can notice your eyes, it won't turn the screen off. Mute with gestures. So you can mute incoming calls and alarms by putting your hand over the screen or turning your phone face down. Can be pretty helpful. Finger sensor gestures. I would turn this off. When it's on the back, I think it's helpful, but on the side, it's not so helpful. Basically, if you have it turned on, you can swipe down and you can bring up, you can say basically your quick toggles and your notifications. Palm swipe to capture. So basically you just rub your palm against the screen and it'll do a screen capture for you. Video brightness, still under advanced features. If you go into video brightness, you can come in here and you can set these video apps to be normal or bright. I like them to be bright, so I set it to bright. It just makes all these supported apps show us a bright image when you're watching the video. If you don't like that, just come in here and set it to normal. Back under advanced features is one I wanted to show you that I forgot to mention. Go into labs and turn this on, multi-window for all apps. It allows all apps to open in pop-up view or split screen, including apps that haven't been designed for these layouts. Why I like this is the fact that Instagram is an app that you cannot do this to, but I already have it set up as an app in here to be multitask. So if I tap on it, it's gonna show it. You can see the app may not work properly, but ultimately it is running split screen on here, and it makes it pretty freaking helpful to do that. So very, very cool to be able to multi-screen with that app. So turn that on for sure. Go back to the main screen of settings and tap on battery, device, and care. And on the right here, you wanna tap on the one that says background usage limits. Tap on that. Tap on never sleeping apps. Now, before I dive into this, what this means is if you have Gmail, Yahoo Mail, or any other app where you are not getting notifications and you know notifications are turned on, you wanna go right here. This happens all the time with Gmail on Galaxy phones. I don't know why, but it does. So you have to come in here, find Gmail, hit the plus, actually I already have it in here, but hit the plus sign, find the app that you want. So I already did Gmail, but let's just say I wanted this to happen with Facebook. So I'm gonna tap Facebook, I'm gonna hit add, and now I will get my notifications. Nothing's gonna stop me from getting those unless I completely turn off notifications. But this is the reason if you have Gmail or some other app that's not giving you notifications, a security cam app, something like that, this is where you gotta go to turn it on. Go back into your main screen of settings, tap the search, and search auto restart. You're gonna see auto restart at set times. Tap on that, turn that on, and your screen will automatically restart at certain times. The reason you wanna do this, phones are like computers, they get sluggish, they act weird, apps crash, apps act strange. So you can come in here and set a timetable of when to turn off your phone automatically. Not turn it off, but restart it. So you can set the times, the days, the times, all that stuff. Very, very helpful. Let's go back to the home screen and open up our camera app. Once we're in the camera app, go under photo, tap the gear on the top left. And there's a couple of things that I would recommend doing. The first one is you can use selfie color tone. Tap on that and either choose natural or bright. The other one you want to do is, that's probably not going to be turned on automatically, is shutter sound. Turn that off. It's annoying. You don't want people to know you're taking a photo. You don't need to tell people you're taking a photo. It just makes things a little bit better. Tap on shooting methods next. Turn this on voice command. So if you're in your camera app and you say cheese or smile or capture or shoot, you don't have to press the button. So if you have the camera on a tripod or you're just holding it from far away and you're unable to touch the button to capture the photo, you can say one of those keywords and it will take the photo with you. You can also show your palm. If you hold your palm up, it'll take a photo or start recording the video. Go back to the main screen of the camera, go to video, and there's one on here. You can see where it says the resolution. You basically want to tap on that. I would set it to 4K 30 or 4K 60. I think that's going to be the best quality video that you can get. You also can do it on the front camera. So you flip the camera around, come in here. This specific camera can go up to full HD 1080 60 or 1080 30. That's what I would choose. You have to do the same thing on the front display as well. So when you open up the camera here, since this is a different camera, come in here and set the resolution, go to video, set the resolution, to all that stuff. So any settings that didn't carry over to your main screen, you can do that on the smaller screen as well. There you guys go. Those are my first 20 or so things to do on your Galaxy Z Fold 3. Hopefully you found those helpful. If there's any that you do, share them in the comments down below and we'll see you down the road. Peace.